oh, guess what got incorporated into fucking like Black Clover now? Yeah, some fucking dungeons. People know, like, people say like, oh, this series is not original whatsoever, but it's like, I think it's pretty original that you're gonna add some fucking good stuff into your series. So we get straight off from the chapter now thinking like dungeons, and I just had a huge fucking, flashback about all that fucking Amagi amazingness that we keep getting throughout the chapters. And this was another thing that's like very interesting that was added into it, finding out that actually there's a dungeon element into Black Clover where basically they come out of fucking nowhere how they are in the actual series out and really like start the concept of them and finding out that they come out like magic items. I mean, it is just straight up just Magi for the elements here, and you can see like Asta, Silver, and like one of the other like Black Ball members going in there, and it's like they're literally fucking arguing, saying, oh, look, we should fucking name this bird. It's like, oh, no, it's got to be Toritano. No, it's like Silver. I'm not going to lie, I really wish that the fucking thing was called Haiji or something. Like, have a reference or just a small little nod to your fucking last series, man. Like, have a little small reference to, like, Hungry Joker. Just show to the fucking, like, chapter, yo, fuck you, this is still my fucking series, like that. And, I think at the end of it, they decided to call it, like, oh, his name is Nero, and I was like, wait a minute, why am I thinking of, like, Devil May Cry now? It's like, fucking Nero going for that. And, like, it's kind of cool, like, the concept saying, like, there's, like, crazy, like, traps and shit throughout these dungeons, but you get, like, super powerful, like, items and shit and, like, magic, and I'm like, this could be a potential part where Asta or Silver or any of the other members could actually get some really cool power up or like some really interesting, like I feel like this maybe should be like give Asta a new weapon or so, or like maybe if he like starts training with obviously what we saw at the end of this chapter, the Golden Dawn, this might be a potential for him to actually upgrade the sword in some way or like learn a tiny bit of magic. It's like there's a lot of things they can do with it. But surprisingly, they got recommended like this by the Wizard King specifically, saying like, oh, by the way, he asked you, and it's like Asta's like, oh, I'm not worthy to be this, it's like a piece of shit. It's like, I love it because the environment just looked like straight out of fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! It was just like fucking doors everywhere, like the whole place being like warped with like dimensional like magic and shit. And I just like that the guy just fucking left them, and he's like, it seems like his whole sort of magic, and he's like, oh, there's other people here, and he started sensing like the stacker on the area, and he just made like these lightning boots, like just jumping out of it. He's like, oh, by the way, something important came up. Fuck you guys. I like that. I honestly do. It is like, what the fuck is he thinking? And then you see out of nowhere, like, the fucking, like, get these high, like, level, like, plants and fucking wind magic just comes out of nowhere, like, fucking taking on, like, Silver. And Asta was getting, like, fucked up. He was like, oh, shit, like that. Like, he had his sword fucking, like, taken away from him. So he's like, oh, fuck, I'm useless. And it was like, oh, shit. And then fucking Yuno just comes out of nowhere. I'm not gonna lie, Yuno looking like a boss there with the rest of the fucking Golden Dawn members like there saying, I've repaid the favor, and he's like, yo, Asta, like that. I don't think they're gonna clash, but either way, it would be sick if they did, or like they go like their own separate ways. As to the people that are next to like the Golden Dawn, like, they look cool. I mean, we only got to see them for like a snippet. I'm guessing that the guy with the big ass long cloak is like the leader of the group, like, not exactly like the full leader, because we all know that the full leader of it is actually the guy with the big mask and shit. But it's like his group seems like kind of cool from what we've seen so far. It's just like, definitely what I say, I did love the art. Like the art I've been noticing has been like gradually improving. Nothing wrong with Clover's art, but I think like I'm definitely noticing the small details here and there, and I definitely really like that one where we just saw like shooting like how powerful his fucking wind creation magic shone. Like just like make a blade of fucking wind blades just going around. It was like, okay, that was sick. And he's like, that was pretty fucking awesome. Not gonna lie. Definitely interested in this chapter. Like, it seems like I'm kind of curious because the chapter ended before we actually got to see what the fuck like that guy with the fucking lightning magic was gonna do against those guys. But other than that, yeah, people, I guess you still got reasons to fucking like say the series ain't original at all. But it's like, it was pretty cool to be reunited with Yuno. I thought that was an awesome thing to actually see throughout this chapter. Not to mention the introduction of dungeons. I love Maki. People know that that's my favorite series, like out of all the weekly stuff that I talk about. But definitely one thing that I forgot was definitely about keeping the dungeon element to it. It's like, yeah, shit got more real and like a lot more heavier, but I think definitely it should really go back to the dungeon elements from time to time. But on that, great chapter, can't really fucking complain about. There was nothing here that I was like, fucking Yuno coming back, and I really want to see some new shit. So honestly, I'm going to give it an 8 this week. I thought it was a great chapter, but let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this. But that's all for me, so thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.